right, Mary, same thing. They like, go ahead and pull up some of those other videos. Pull up the videos from, I guess, pull up the video from the lady as well, and then like mimic their movements, and then just work on it and flow your way through. So mimic the movements, think about the facial structure that you're working on, think about where the phone goes, even your own face, and then mimic those movements and continue to practice. Like, do not let your hand on that mannequin hand, right? Hands on, hands on, keep going, keep going, keep going. It becomes muscle repetition, and you're right back. So, okay, I'll show something. This now is a plus, but I'll still work on it so you can see just positioning and technique. And I'll do all white, which will probably help you see better. How's it going, Mary? Thumbs up. Good. Right, then you're practicing on your different, definitely go like the effleurage, the exercise, and the movements.
I'm on my videos.
Okay, good. Thank you. We can always use our resources. There's nothing wrong with using our resources. You can still see my hand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, I'm gonna hold it underneath here with my client hand first, either here or here, beside my middle finger. So these are my tips. You're not gonna get perfect every single time, right? Okay. So now going with my first bead. That first bead needs to be a nice medium-sized bead to be able to go on the tip of the finger and touch the form at the same time. You want to make sure it's on both. This is the point where I'm going to build my tip, not the full tip, depending on how long I want it to be. I'm just building this part so that it can be on the nail as well as on the form. But if I'm going to have some kind of shape, I do want it, like say if I'm going for the coffin, I do want it to kind of come in. So this part will probably be the part that might take the longest to get. And at the same time, I'm literally like I'm pushing it up. So if I look, it looks like my form is falling, or it's coming down, I'm pushing it up underneath. And right here, it's messed up. Before I go any further, I want to make sure I build that part back up. Like right here on the stress area, it's not giving me enough to touch the side. I lost a little bit over here on the side. So I'm going to go back in and bring that together. Now I'm going to continue out my tip first. And now I want my tip to be a little bit longer. So, because I know you might want to do it a little bit longer now, which is fine. I'm still holding my form up. White is difficult to play with. But this is why it's called sculpting. I'm sculpting it in place for what I want it to look like. My brush is not the best right now. Alright, so as I'm looking at my nail, you might not be able to see, but you might be able to see there's a little bit here. So I'm going to fix that. So when I go on my next bead, I'm coming in and I'm bringing it down. So when I start filling my forward, I'm also filling in some spaces that I know I need to fill in as I'm bringing it up. So that's how I go in and I start course correcting some things that I have that I know that I see. And this is when I'm trying to go in even drier, so it can start building itself up at that moment. And we rather have on too much and have to take out more than it's not having enough and go back and have to add it. Because that's going to take even more work.
Well, that worked a lot better.
I like the slow steps. Okay. I'm going to set up for a little bit, then I'm going to take off my form. We're in the process. This brush to the tip, right? Show the color flower. The product's like right there.
Okay, Angela. I'm done with my 2 10-minute facial massages.
She gave you a feedback?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you can finish the part and we'll finish up the class.
Okay. Am I allowed to go off screen? Yeah. So she can get, okay.
Alright, so when I go and take it off, I'm just going to pinch it all the way underneath so that it comes apart and then just pull it off of their finger. So when I go and look at it, I have a little bit of ridge here, but I'm cleaning that up really easily with my hand job.
I need to do more liquid.
Got it. Yeah. We'll try to do it. So. The whole tip came off. I didn't prep the nail. They still look good though. Don't know if you can see it, but the whole tip came off. But I didn't prep the nail. But you see a little ridge underneath here too where I built the nail. But yeah, because it was too wet. I mean, too soaking. I didn't prep it. All right. Okay. Where we got? Good, Miriam, I see you turn our head to the side. Good, Deja, working with your palms. Let's go. All right, so Reagan, I know this is your first week, and you ended your work on this, and just keep going what you're doing. So Reagan, what I want you to do is, although you haven't been through actual facial itself on how to facial, I still want you, because you did a facial massage, I want you to draw out a face, just draw a face on a sheet of paper, like this. I'm not an artist, so it's like no judgments. Okay. I'm not an artist, but still, draw the face. But what I want you to do is I want you to take your own basic facial massage flow, right? This is just something for you to know. This is just like my beginning point. These are some things that I know I'm going to work on, and I feel that you would have some skills. It's me, and don't just look at your mannequin. Have your mannequin head here as well. And I know that I'm starting on my decollete, which is going to be down here. So it's like I would put like my flow here. Maybe this is a 1, right? Then I'm coming up here, and this is a 1A. And the reason I'm saying 1A because I'm applying the product to help me go through the whole map. And then I'm deciding on as I come up here, which should be on this part, this part, and then around, come down, and then back down. This is going to be. I'm going to start with my 2s and move over 3 to finish my map, which is going to be about my ears. So say this is 8. So when you're thinking of the flow, so like I can literally see. I've done it so much that I can see me doing it. Right now, you have to map it out because you haven't, or for whatever experience that you already had. Take that and whatever feedback she gave me, what you're about to tell me, and make that to be so you should have your base voice regardless of who you. And this is with everyone, like everyone on the call. So listen to this. Regardless of the client that you have in front of you, that you can feel, and it happens. You can feel the energy, and that you may feel like things aren't going well because you could be off, they could be off. But if you know your basic flow, put yourself back to your center. And you're able to operate without it, because you have to. Because what will happen is throughout the process, if that client's making you feel uncomfortable because they could be going through something, and you're channeling or feeling that emotions through you, and you're getting nervous or whatever, and it can end up not being as great as you want it to be. It happens because there's a lot of touching going on within the skin. So, but as long as you know, like, no matter what, I know if I start here, I end here, at least I'm comfortable with everything I'm doing. Like I told the evening class, so you guys know, like I may not be comfortable with something, but I'm confident. Which I may feel uncomfortable, but I'm confident in what I'm doing because I know, I have a system. So if I know I have my system, regardless of how comfortable I feel, if I go in my system, I'm so confident in what I'm doing, and that confidence will make them comfortable because I'm a beast. Like I'm just a beast at the end of the day, right? So I want you to go ahead and map it out so you can at least have your base flow, and you're not thinking, well, where do I need to start? And then that way in between. And then the other part of anytime I'm doing massages, this is me. I go in 6s. So it's like if I do one move with my right hand, I move with that hand. So together it's 12, and that's going to give me my time frame. Because I used to hate looking at the clock for my clients. I used to make us nervous. I had to look at the clock. I'm like, man, I don't look at the clock. Like I'm trying to hurry to get done. But if I'm in my flow, and I'm like, I know I'm 6 moves here, 6 moves there, and depending on what you think I'm doing, by the time I count, I just go 1 over the 5, technical 5 for the 5 minutes. Then it just helps me. And normally I end up doing 5 to 6 minutes regardless. But I'm not paying attention to the clock, so my client knows I'm not trying to rush them. Just give them 5 minutes. I'm engaged in what's going on. So that's what all of you. So go ahead. If you're done or you want to do, just go ahead and work on your flow, because even when you come in, you're going to have a system. You're going to have to come in with some execution work. So we can go through it and then we say, okay, well, let's see what's working, and then how can we make it better, or what do you feel, or even if you definitely bring a person with you.
I'm today, can you reply to my message on school about it? I asked.
You said it today because I don't get on school to write after this, because I don't get on until I don't get on like before I come in to work. I come working out, but that's okay. I'll take it. But yeah, I don't come working out, but. And then what feedback did she give you right now?
She told me that it all felt really good and it felt very smooth. But the only thing that she did tell me to focus on was whenever I do hit pressure points, a little bit more pressure in those areas, but it's tell me, she did tell me that she could instantly feel drainage happening from her sinuses, everything like that. So that was the main one. Is I guess using more pressure when I actually get to her pressure points. And then I did do the motion where you turn the head and then go down around the neck, and there too she told me to get a little bit further under, like still on the neck, a little further under the ear, and go down further to really.
Was you using fingers when you're on this side, when you turn to the side, were you using your fingers or using your thumbs?
So I was going like this, and then when she said to get more behind the ear, I would do the thumb and push down a little bit, and then almost try to get the rest of my hand down with it.
Okay, so have you ever had massage from like a real massage therapist?
This is crazy.
So,
That this is still what?
And when you think about it, so first, in aesthetics, because we're dealing on the eyes, we say use our fingers. However, when you're on massaging, you can start with your pointer finger, and then follow with all four of them, and as you push out, cup up as well. And then I like to turn my hand, and you definitely end with more pressure with your thumb. You know?
Okay.
So don't say what she really.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Still
When
what?
they show company first, they're trying to be nice. They're trying to be nice. I don't care whoever she wants to. It's people. So this is what they'll do in the real world. They will say, "Oh, she was great," but they won't come back. You know, folks will not tell you how bad you are unless you tell them. They just want to come back. Oh, she was so sweet. That had nothing to do. She was horrible. I don't care how sweet she was. Sweet has nothing to do with doing a great service. I didn't sign her up to be cute. I signed her up to be able to do a great service. But then when you do, even on your mannequin, it's okay. Like we're humans. We can take it. It's just when she says certain pressure points, well, delicate points, of course, we're not. No, we're not going to push in. But up here, where we're having stress, this is like how people want to bang their enemies along. So please believe adding pressure. Like they literally can probably bang their enemies along when they're stressed out. So the more pressure you have, it's okay. And you get her up. Is the pressure okay? Yes. But you're gonna feel it, especially around drainage. You'll just feel. When you feel it's just a feeling, you feel it releasing, like, and like the shoulders just sink into the table, and then you know what, I'm there. It's like making that connection. Same thing like when I do massage, like, because I especially pedicures, I can tell when I get a great pressure point on their foot, and their knee would just collapse, and I'm like, got them, you know. And that's what you want. You want your client to be relaxed, because what money you gonna get? But then they're gonna come back. You know, that's where the attention comes in. The attention comes in the technique. So go ahead and map out your stuff on the face. Make a map. I'm gonna make a map. And then
I forgot the dehydrator and primer.
A review of sorts. And then do another one on your mannequin here. Make sure she's talking to you, Miriam. Tell me what you need to do. Tell her don't be nice and honest. Be true. That's the only way I get better. So when people tell you the truth, like, no, tell me the truth. Okay, tell me what you need.
Here's the primer.
Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm good. Where's you?
She's not feeling good.
Oh.
You gotta have a cold. That was the other on the Monday. She was Monday or Tuesday. We were both at the coffee shop, and she was like, "I'm not feeling good." She was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get sick."
Yeah. Right. So, well, she put them tips on this week because I did some work. She put them tips on. Did you want to go ahead and practice girly? I did it. What tips did she put on? All right, let me think of that. I think we're messing up now. I'm going to get started.
Yeah.
Good.
I went to a coffee shop today, probably yesterday, for 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually like a little coffee shop.
Which one?
It's a butter coffee. It's by my house. I want to say it's like 10 minutes from my house. Yeah, we're gonna put it here.
Stupid ass worm.
Stay around the house. What can I do?
That's always something with me.
I haven't.
I want to show you.
I wanted to go to that event that they're having. No, it's everything after like admission here in Dallas at the hotel. Yeah, on the 17th and 18th. And then I have so much sale by it still. And I know they're behind like 120. Yeah, and it's like for 2 days. And I was like, I want everyone's also. I was supposed to go last year, but I ended up not going.
They're really good.
I never been to one. Like,
I think we went and I took the ride.
okay,
That's my clothes. And I was with them. And like that's what got like there's different people like there's people demoing their products, so you also get to see the different shipping there. That's why we did some shipping stuff there, and you get to see some of the other stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Purchase some stuff. But this type of thing I just want to make sure you know what you're getting and why you are doing it, and so you can use it.
do they give it for like full price or they do
No,
like
I get it.
bundles or?
You get the sales. Of course, I got the prices. Yeah, I would get like 1 day, 1 day tickets. I don't know. I never like one yesterday. I never know to the first day because they give better deals on the second day. Because in case somebody doesn't buy something, that's when they want to give you a better deal because it's the second day. Yes.
Hey Jennifer, I think I'm getting better.
Let me pin you. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I see you. That's good. Yeah.
I was struggling with the form at first. It's better.
Way better.
Let me take that one off.
Reagan, are you adding pressure to that mannequin head? Reagan, you adding pressure to the mannequin head?
Yes, ma'am.
That's your picture. Hold on, let me see. Wait, you laughing? No, let me see. Go back. Let me see. Oh, okay, now do your slow. I mean, are people's lips gonna be that big though? Very nice things about the question. Caitlin, how's it going? Tara, how's it going? Y'all be quiet. Tina, how's it going? Destiny, how's it going? Let me hear you.
It's going good for me.
Okay, Tara's like, I got this.
I'm just following my first hand and I'm starting my second.
Okay, good. Destiny?
I'm trying to. I'm pretty okay with using the regular monomer. I'm trying to use Odorless right now. It's working me, but we're gonna get there.
Dry. Just use it dry.
Try.
Yes, Caitlin, how's it going?
It's rough.
Yes, sir.
I'm starting.
For the first time, your face looks a little full today. You know, as I'm pregnant with 2 people, it's a little full.
I got good sleep last night, so that's probably what it is. Honestly.
Tina, how's it going?
It's all right. I'm using the odorless, so I'm literally having to like hold the form because it takes so long to set. Like for my first one, I would let go and then it would kind of like break. So I'm just holding it till it sets.
And bend it out, but make sure you pinch them underneath. If you pinch it underneath and get it snug, the form can hold itself as well.
They keep popping. Like I will pinch them.
Why do you use the forms that we sent you?
I can't. I know. I can't find them, and I didn't want to waste time looking for them.
I can't tell you. That's why I can't because the ones you use they look fancy, but if they not going, if they keep popping, then they cheat.
Yeah, they are.
Oh God, see, well, y'all make my job harder sometimes.
I wanted to ask for some advice, Queen, with my brush. So I guess I left it gummy on Tuesday. It didn't set, but it's like gummy and I can't get all of it out.
Did you ask them?
I used acetone. I used my brush cleaner. I used monomer.
Okay, so go ahead and you have to make sure you have to hold it in the acetone, and then so like hold it in the acetone, try to let it dry out, and then rub your fingers through it. So like when I did mine earlier, I had to hold mine and I pressed it down on the blue towel, and I like used my thumbnails to pick out the stuff that was stuck in my brush. But you gotta use acetone. That's going to dry that. It's going to dry the gumminess up and should try to help you pull it out.
Okay, thank you.
So try that. And even if your brush gets a little distorted, that's fine because you can run it in the hot water and bring the shape back. But you have to get it out between the brushes. That's what's like. All right. All right, skin scientist, if you haven't finished your module, you're staying on this call until 11 o'clock, so go ahead and work on your module. So if you're done with the facial massages, I know that doesn't take much work. Go ahead and work on the module while you're on here. I'll be right back. So,
All right, I have got to go find the good forms. These ones are not working.
About devices, how that is going to be with that. So for instance, you came in with facial massage. So say when you get to do a facial, when it comes around to the facial part, you're going to be adding massages in there. So I'm saying I want to see a facial. So say you record a whole entire facial, then you would send that part for the massage part, put that in the massage part. So your required services are not going to be done within that week. You're going to make sure they are. So you can go ahead and add that clip to it.
Oh, yeah, these ones are a lot better.
The beginning ones, yes, I just want to see those. You can add those. But if it's anything extra, a lot of these required services you can. You'll begin to learn that. You'll see the stuff that I have you record. You can also use that in your assignments. It's kind of like why I have you do it. But you're not going to use required services done in the week because they go together.
Okay.
Sometimes when like when we get to hair removal, there's going to be some things that you'll have to do, as well that.
That's super dry.
Okay.
Just know that you don't think, I'm already done with it. No, you're not going to go back because you got to look at it, but know what your required services are so you have an idea of, well, let me use that. Okay, perfect. And then as far as YouTube, that's just another way for you to just upload it, or you can use Handbrake and then download it to the platform. But sometimes videos are too big, but just don't think that you're going to get done with it. So I think the next thing is on facial devices. I don't know what the required services are underneath there, but they kind of, facial devices and facial massage kind of go together. That's why you learn massaging, learn devices, and then that would be an advanced massage using the gouache stone, using the globes, or even we talk about, what is the little machine?
Frequency?
Yes. I want to call it infrared, but that's what
Okay, I just want to double check. 'Cause I saw that and I figured it wasn't for just this module, but I wasn't sure if that was like basically like an overview. You have to do these 15 facials before you graduate type of thing. Well, I wasn't sure.
You have to do the facials pre,
Right. I wasn't sure if it was like that or if you have to do every like they're all. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna fall behind.
you know, and then you'll see like there'll be times I'm like, no, you, because people ask, can I make one continuous video and point it out and can I upload that to school? Then I'm like, yes. Then go back and get those videos and turn it in for your homework.
Got it. Okay, so I don't necessarily have to turn anything in under that today or for this module. Well, maybe the next one with them.
If you use your mannequin head, I would.
Okay.
Mannequin head when turn that in as your first. Definitely, anytime you use your mannequin, you still it should say in there that two can be on a mannequin head. Maybe one of you. It should tell you if not. Let me know. I'll go in there and correct it.
It just says facial massage requires services. You're required to submit services in video format. You will upload to YouTube. Table setups include infection prevention control, and then set up photo video. And then it just says facial massages. And it says 5 traditional, 5 signature, 5 advanced.
All right, let me go back and look.
So that's why I just wanted to double check. I want to make sure I wasn't missing some of the information on there or something.
Queen, I also have a question. I was also wondering about those required services. Do they have to be on human or can some be on your mannequin?
Some of them should tell you what you should be on. So I'm about to fix one that says 5 traditional means 2 mannequin. I'm gonna go in and correct this.
So I don't want to confuse you either. I just need to make sure I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Or create more work for you.
Do not. Hold on, see here. I can see this a second.
Okay, so they'll specify if they're on a mannequin, they'll specify if they're on a person, and then you said even if I do those parts on people in different facials, I can upload those to those later. Got it. Perfect.
All right, I fixed that one, and then I'll go back in and get rid of these advanced massages. I'm gonna add those to your tools. So you'll have to refresh it and you'll see it.
Okay, perfect.
Right, Sarah, what was your question? I need to go back in. As far as required services, on which one's here?
Well, just like all of them, I don't think they don't really tell us if they should be on human hand. They just tell us what all we need. So I wasn't sure because I do keep all my videos I film. So if we can use the mannequin hand, I can just upload those.
You can't even make him all of them, but yours should, because I actually kind of did you all's. So you go look at that first video. The first section. For instance, on the manicure, it says 4 basic manicures on real people. 3 gel manicures, 1 on you or mannequin, 2 on real people. 2 dip manicures, 1 on you or mannequin, and 1 on a real person. So you have to go look, like click it and look. It will tell you. The first part where it says like manicure required services, and then it lists all the required services. But you have to click that one. Like don't skip around. It will tell you. You click. So because I know for the nails for sure I went in on that first part specifically said what it needed to be. So like look at if you go to e-filing, and when it says required services under e-filing, it says 5 prepping nails, 5 finishing nails. So that means you just gotta show me 5 of you using e-file for prepping, 5 using e-file for finishing. And at that point, I'm really not concerned. You can't do all mannequin hands. I didn't say on that one which one you do, but prepping and finishing. But I can go back and put what it needs to be on.
Okay.
But for the rest of them, let me see on acrylics. Make sure it tells you that it needs to be on a person. Oh, your acrylics is pretty easy. It says for complete sets, 3 minimum have to be odorless, 1 sided. So I would use 1 for your mannequin hand, and when it says 1 of them needs to be a slide deck, that means 2 needs to be a video, and 1 just needs to be actually taking pictures of what you did, and that's kind of like what you guys showed. So I'm gonna let you know that on the 4 complete sets, 2 on a real person.
And can those videos be clipped or they have to be full?
They gotta be full.
Okay.
The only one that can be clipped is when I say a photo slide deck, then you just take photos of it. So that means you don't have to do a whole one, and you just decide. Let me tell you, I can take a photo slide deck on one of them, and if it's not specific, if it was me doing it, I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna give you a photo slide deck, and like, you tell me let's put it on. I can't argue with you. You gave me what I wanted, and it's acrylic, then do it. So I'm not gonna be super picky, and it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So I'm just gonna do it. Same with me. I give you another argument, I give it to you. But of course, you don't know everything can't be on a mannequin because that's not what you're here for. You got to work on mannequin. So give me everything on mannequin. If it's not specific, you know at least 1 definitely can be on a mannequin because you got to work on a mannequin. 1 can be on yourself because you can work on yourself. The rest of it has to be on humans. So, but if it's not specific, then do it. Because I do want the whole video of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The nail scientist, we still have 1 more week of acrylics. So this is actually tips and forms that you're doing. Next week is just acrylics again. Graduation in June 20th. Yeah, I can do it next. I don't have the capacity mentally, physically, emotionally to make it. So plus June 20th is Juneteenth weekend, so I want to have something to do. Because normally there is like stuff around here to do at the time. Last time I have them, so I just changed it to June 20th. That pouch should have said something now, but he's kind of on vacation. So he's not everywhere. I heard she's going to vacation. Then I know I got 2 other. Well, I have 1 other person who had a baby, and Breland, she's not that far. She'll come, but I know her baby should at least be should be about 4 or 5 months old by then.
We'll just go answer email.
You said what? Yeah, she's starting emails. Did you send her email? Yeah, that's what she'll start answering. She still got she be on her vacation. She still be on work, but she works on a flexible schedule. I get my nails done tomorrow. I have to. My gosh, it is long. I know, but they're not pretty when you have to go back and you can't text. That's right. When I grow up, I'm gonna be super long. But I got nothing to do. I just sit here and look cute. Then they'll just be long.
I think the reason why I didn't prep her now because her either was how to change your science.
It was V8. VA at BGM Science Beauty and Business. And not PAL, B, like virtual assistant, VA. Yeah, see that you get your better forms? I see that. Never mind.
Yep, they're a million times better.
Let me not be that. That's why we give you our kit. It may not be what is trending, but it's what works. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you here?
No, yeah, I know. I'm going to swing by Home Depot. We're going to grab a list of the materials. And then once I arrive, I'll be starting the project of cutting holes in the wall, running the 2-inch drain line over to the other room, and trying to run the water lines as well. Did you ever find out where the workshop is?
You know what? Let me see if I can find out. I'll text Mr. Reese and ask him.
Yeah, so we definitely can't cut into any water lines unless that thing is shut off. So we can go over, kick it back on, make sure there's no leaks. We can install everything, and then, we'll take a portion of the price for when it's done, and then whenever you do get that information. But I would like to get everything also, like if you drain going, get everything watered. That's going to be finished up by tomorrow.
Well, I know on the other side over here, there is a
son is so annoying.
About 13 more minutes, and then we're gonna, I'm not gonna, you guys can come off the call, but you still need work. But then we'll just need the information and takeaways.
I gotta fix this form. There we go.
All right, so let me hear some your takeaways, what you learned about yourself, either takeaway what you learned about yourself so far in this process, and then your weekend information. Right, so your weekend information is this. This is like, this is who you're going to embody this weekend, right? Who you're going to embody for this weekend. So it would be like, you are famous, because I'm about to be out in these streets talking to folks this weekend. You're famous. So that's my information for this weekend, because I got some work I need to do. I need to be famous. And that means I just need to be people's faces. Okay, so I need you, who are you embodying this weekend for your weekend information, and then I would take away something like what you learned about yourself, like which we should be doing every day, learn something new about ourselves, and just how great we are. Which I said yesterday, I realized that I'm perfect. Like, I am absolutely perfect. I had this whole thing yesterday that I had to go through, and I had to realize, like, I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, but I didn't tell myself I was perfect because I was tired of making mistakes. But, so, who's first? Kay was like, I'm ready to go. I'm okay, let's go. Then Sierra, then you go see, look at Sierra coming out of her little shell. She's out of shell. Sierra's coming out of the shell. Like, Sierra's like, I am the bro. I'm like, I know you are. Okay, I know. Let's go ahead.
My information is you are tech savvy.
Okay. So I'm gonna see some technical stuff coming through next week. Okay. All right. And what did you learn about yourself this week?
I learned that I really like forms. I feel like a baddie while I'm sculpting.
You're the same one who said you like to hand file.
Yeah.
You're giving me so much life right now. I feel like you're trying to get me birthday twins. I'm just playing. I'm not giving birthday, nothing else. But yes. All right, good. Go ahead, Sierra.
My information is you're hardworking, because that's all I'm gonna be doing. And what I learned today was forms are something. They're, I don't like them better than just regular tips and just doing it, but it's definitely something to learn. I can use, but it definitely looks better than it did yesterday for sure. I'm actually proud of myself.
Okay, but it's a skill to have. But you know, now you say I know how to use it.
Yes.
All right, who's next? Go ahead. Oh, okay. Then you can't after Reagan. Go ahead, Reagan.
My information is you are selfless.
Yes, sir.
And I learned about myself to use pressure. To use pressure. Don't be scared to use pressure.
Don't be scared to use pressure. Good. Okay.
My information is I'm speaking. I had to say you are the beast at the sculpting and forms, but my takeaway is placing the form a little bit closer to the nail and the angle. The angle matters.
Yes. Good. All right. Destiny. Destiny then Tina.
My information was you are a multi-medium nail tech. I've learned that I really do enjoy acrylic, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to work with this nail because I really enjoy it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And is that your takeaway, or was you learning about yourself that you like working with acrylic?
Yeah, because I when I first started nails, I didn't even touch acrylic. I wasn't interested, but I should.
No, but you're in the right place. You're fine. You're fine. Good. Tina.
My information for this weekend is you are sleeping beauty because I am tired and I need to sleep in for one day at least. And
I love that.
my takeaway is the odorless monomer is like any other nail product. You got to practice and learn how it flows and learn how it behaves, and then you got it.
You got it. Good. All right, Deidre and Miriam.
My information is you covered all your bases because I plan to this weekend, get caught up on my. I was working on the PowerPoint right now for the day, and also, I need to come into the school this weekend to work on my facial, and so that's what my takeaway is for today because I was watching the videos as well as going back through the videos yesterday, and I was watching like the different types of very good facial. There was another one, the first beginner basic facial.
Like you're behind. Okay, so nobody getting caught up. You just want to keep it familiar. Okay, I don't want you to think you're behind. You're not behind. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also for my takeaway, I actually like how and I probably saying wrong, the in Mendola. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that one goes.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll check school once we're off the call, and I'll get back to you. Miriam.
My information is you're strong and you're worthy of all the hard work you do every day.
Okay.
And my takeaway is just keep working on my pressure. My mom said I have a really light hand. When I apply pressure, it doesn't seem like it's like a lot of pressure still, but I have a really light hand, or that's what she said. But that's what my takeaway is. Or although you might feel like you're putting pressure, I'm not.
All right. Okay. Well, good. You all are amazing. You all are gonna do great, and just embody your weekend information and live with it. I look forward to seeing those posts by Sunday on the school. Talk to you later. Bye.
What the fuck is my son doing? Can you hear him talking in the background? Oh, I had it, and I had it. Don't fuck with that. Big dry bead at the bottom. Pat it. actually pretty. This one actually doesn't look that bad. Alright, I need to let that dry. We'll pop off the forms. Okay, let's pop the forms off. So these tickled pink forms suck, but you know what? They are good, I guess, for extra long nails. Ah, give me my form. So we are going to have to add some clear to encapsulate all this glitter. And then we will file. Oh, adding clear, though, is going to add on so much time. So here is how it turns out. I need to add some more white, I think, to them. Oh, this one's short. Yeah, we gotta add a little bit more white to this. I'm glad I didn't put it away. I just want to actually have some nice looking nails for once. I feel like every single set of nails I've done looks like crap. Alright, let's do some clear. Actually, let's add a little more white to this one. Alright, we need to let that dry and add some clear so that we can actually file. I gotta change my paper towel. Now clear. I got a new paper towel. Let's encapsulate them so that they look better and so that all the glitter doesn't come off when I file them. So I didn't even think about it, but can I just put clear acrylic right on top of that tacky inhibition layer? Or would I have to file that gummy tacky stuff off? And then apply the clear? Well, we'll see how this works. It seems like it's working okay. Wow, I don't even know how I'm gonna file that funky ass stain. I'm trying to fix the shape. Need a little bit more clear right there. Oh shit. The clear acrylic is dripping off. This fucking odorless monomer. Alright, dry your beads. Love you. Have a good day. This one did not turn out bad. I'm getting better. Alright, that is a clear coat over it. Now we're going to have to let it dry. There's a huge indent that I am trying to build up, and it's just not working. Like, just stay right there. Stay right there. I'm filling the tent, please. Yeah, it's right there. Just stay right there. All right. Alright, so we need to let this dry. And it's going to take a good minute, so I'm going to clean up all this stuff and start prepping another hand. Okay, we are setting up hand number 2. Now this hand, the pegs are not as thick as the ones that come with the hand for school, that came in the school supply kit. These ones are a lot thinner, and they aren't as thick. Oh no, it's beeping on my phone that I only have 54 minutes of storage left on my phone. That after 54 minutes, there's no more room. Let's see if I can get it done in 54 minutes. I would never use this up and down motion on an actual client, but these nail tips are a pain in the butt for me. And I hate when the storage gets low on my phone because I have all sorts of like clips and videos from all week in class stored on it. And like, if I'm in a position like this where it's beeping 54 minutes left and I need to like finish something, like if I get to the end of my 54 minutes and I'm almost done, then I go back and I start erasing stuff to make room, and I lose stuff that I shouldn't have erased, and I need to work faster, less talking. All right. Alright, we just gotta get these crusties off because they mess with my application, they get in my products. I don't want all that getting in my acrylic. I don't want it not letting the form properly fit. So today, oh well, this is the second half of my video, so you already know what I'm doing. Today we're doing forms. We are sculpting. Now I gotta somehow get this hand to match this hand. I gotta file and shape those guys. Less talking. Alright. Alright, so I am going to cheat a little bit. I'm adding a few drops of acetone to my monomer because people are telling me that that will make the odorless monomer easier to work with, that it'll dry it out faster. And I have done that in the past with regular monomer to do like the 3D flowers. Oh no. Hey, I want you to witness this. It's gone. So I'm going to have to order more because I have been practicing a lot with it, trying to get better with it. So I do have a little bit of this stuff left. Hopefully I didn't add too much acetone. Alright, sculpting forms, hand number 2. Alright, first I'm going to dehydrate. I also gave up on wearing gloves because when I try to place the forms onto the fingers, the forms just stick to my gloves. And then when I'm like trying to hold the finger and the form, they also are sticking to my gloves. All right, let's do this. I wasted all that time in class today with these stupid forms, struggling when these forms are just so much better. All right. Prime. Hitting my primer. Let's see if this acetone makes it easier to use. Pat it. Pat it, pat it, pat it. Pat it where you want it to go. Alright, so the odorless is still going where it wants. So the acetone didn't really seem to do much. Or maybe, I mean, to me, I added a lot. I was scared that I added way too much. Alright, we'll try to go drier. I know in our module it says that we shouldn't be chasing the product, and that is what I feel like all I freaking do with this odorless. I feel like that's all I do. So my intentions for this second hand here is to try to make them all the same length somewhat. So we are going to do it to the 3. Oh, the acetone does help. I know I can't do that during the state board, but I have been really disappointed with the nails that I have been submitting during class. They're not pretty. They all look hideous. I am literally just trying to do some pretty nails. Like all these nails that I'm getting done during class, I don't even want to show them on my social media because people would be like, ew, she don't know how to do nails. And we ain't going to her. Pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it. Pat it where you want it to go. What, bud?
Can I have ice cream whenever it's done?
Yeah, so there's ice cream cones in there. Have Daddy or any of the girls up there?
This kind of doesn't taste good.
I hear you touching those cans. Do not touch those. Daddy can get you an ice cream cone, and when I'm done doing my homework, I'll give you some ice cream.
Okay. Because I have to do it myself.
Love you. No, you are not doing it yourself. Motherfucker. Wow, my nails are like in the dish. That's not good. Oh, I have this horrible sinus crap going on. Okay. So I'm doing every other nail because on this hand over here, I was bumping into the forms. I'm pretty comfortable putting the forms on And I'm pretty comfortable. Also, sculpting, it's just the odorless monomer. I gotta practice way more with it. Alright, we got a prime. Alright. No. Alright, we're going to the number 3. Pat it where you want it to go. Pat it where you want it to go. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, why did I do that? I normally can't even do that with the odorless. What is going on? Well, that was definitely the biggest bead I've ever picked up using odorless monomer. I've tried picking up big beads like that and haven't been able to. Well, that one's a little better. Way better than the first couple of nails I did on that first hand. Alright. Let's do this thumb. Alright. Shit. 45-degree angle. Push it up. All right. Okay, dry bead, dry bead, dry. Oh shit, I forgot to prime it. And look, you can tell that acrylic don't want to stick. Shit. And I stupidly wetted my brush. Because that's my habit. Because that's what I've done for 2 years. Every time I have done acrylic, that is just my damn habit. To drop that bead, wipe the brush, and then freaking wet it. Pat it. Pat it. Oh, the form. Alright, this one is on crooked. Leave it alone. Alright, pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it. I'm actually proud of this one. Look at this one. It's the first nail I've done for nail school in 13 weeks that isn't absolutely hideous.
Tina, where are you?
I'm sitting right here.
I'm starting Ramsey. It's 10 o'clock.
Wait. No. I
gotta work tomorrow.
Not until... Please, I have 2 more nails to do. This is my...
Alright, I'll give you 10 minutes and I'm starting Ramsey.
You see that one? I did good on that one. Alright.
Don't be starting it.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly 10 minutes from this moment.
Okay, I don't know what time it is. How about you just yell down in 10 minutes? So yell down! Alright. Shit, I almost dropped that right in the monomer. And this is what happens. My kids start rushing me, or he starts rushing me, and then I start dropping stuff and making stupid mistakes. He doesn't know it, but me getting my nail license is my escape plan from him, so that I will be able to support my family financially without him. There's literally 10 different things that he can watch on the TV right now, besides starting the one show that I like to watch. He does not have to go to work until 5 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. My kids are in bed. I should be able to sit here and get my damn homework done. This ain't even homework. This was what we were supposed to do during class, and I couldn't even finish it after class because he's standing there waiting for the clock to hit 1 o'clock. And instead of just letting me finish, he's standing there with his shoes on, with the keys in his hand, saying, "Come on, it's 1:05. We gotta go grocery shopping." Even though he had off today, and there was no rush, we could have went at any time. Oh my god, I just flung my powder everywhere. And that's what happens when you rush. Let's see, can I pick any of it up off the paper towel? Oh, I don't believe I just did that. That is what happens when you rush. Oh, I'm so mad. Look at this mess because I'm rushing. Motherfucker, I was doing good. fucking nightmare. And I was doing so good. I was so proud of how they were doing. Oh, fuck.
It's been 20, not 10.
Alright, I'll turn it off right now. What the fuck do you mean? What am I doing? You know what I'm doing. Oh, God, help me. Now he's sending the dogs down. Alright, so you kind of squeeze it at the tip before you put it on. So Tuesday was my first time ever using forms. And it was such a pain in the butt. I couldn't get the forms to even stay on. So now after doing it all week, I feel like I'm getting a little better. So you want to like put it on at like an angle and then bring it up so that it's flush with the nail. And then you squeeze it closed at the top. So it's really important. If you don't want that form to move while you're sculpting, you want to make sure you have this bottom squeeze closed and the top squeeze closed. Otherwise, another problem I had on Tuesday was the damn forms kept like coming off while I was working on the nails. So it's important that you keep the bottom squeeze closed and the top. Otherwise, they will be moving. What was happening is this bottom part would start like popping open while I was trying to do it. All right, so we got to dehydrate. We got to let that dry. So I have to do one more nail, and then I got to take the forms off. And because I had to be special and use a glitter acrylic, we are going to have to go back through and put some clear over it before we can even start filing. So all week, because it's for school, I've been having to use this awful odorless monomer. There's no smell. So that's awesome. But the problem is it takes 20 minutes for the nails to dry. And it leaves an awful, really thick, tacky layer that's a pain in the ass to file off. But thank God I'm out of it. So I don't have to use it anymore. So we're actually just going to use regular monomer today. I am using this gorgeous color that I got in some scoops. The only requirement my teacher gave us was that it's got to be white. So it's white. It just has a bunch of glitter in it. All right, so let's do this last nail. So something my teacher is teaching us when we are doing acrylic, she says never to start laying your acrylic on a dry nail. So I had never heard that before. But I guess if it's wet with primer, you get better retention. All right, so we got primer on it. So I'm always wearing nail gloves also. The gloves, I had to ditch them because it's sticking to like the sticker parts of the form, and it was causing serious problems. So I am in week 13 of nail school. I have never sculpted using these forms before, and what she is teaching us in school is you start with a very dry bead right at the tip, and you form the tip first and then work backwards. So I am not good at this. So we are going to start dry bead. Now I always re-wet my brush. We got to make sure that we are wiping off that excess monomer when we're sculpting, because if you let your brush stay wet, it is going to add more liquid into like your nail, and it'll make it like runnier. And then another trick she taught us too is to keep one of your fingers down here underneath the form and one up here so that you're like pushing and holding the form flush with the nail. When we did this for the first time in class on Tuesday, I was having problems where I wasn't holding the form in place, and you can see, watch what happens. When you let up, well, this one's on pretty good, but like if you would let go, you can see that tip of the nail coming back up. See, I don't know if you can see the difference, but I would have a nice little perfect tip all set up, and then I would let go of this position of holding it, and then the whole damn like nail would come up and ruin the tip that I sculpted. I'm just glad I'm out of that odorless monomer. If you've never used like the odorless monomer, like truly odorless monomer that you have to use to take your state board exam, oh my God, it's awful. It takes so long to dry. And no matter like how much liquid you drain out of your brush, You can pick up a bead with like 0 liquid even in your brush, and it's still gonna like run all over the place. I am having such a hard time with the odorless monomer, and I've talked to a few different people, and I've been posting about it, asking people if like maybe there are better brands, hoping that like someone would say, oh yeah, Young Nails odorless monomer is amazing, or whatever. And I'm not liking the answers that I am getting. I am getting a very unified, every single odorless monomer acts like that. So as soon as I'm done doing this nail, I will show you. I have another practice hand sitting here right next to me, and it's got the nails on it that I did during class on Tuesday. And oh my god, they're awful. The nails are just awful. And I mean, I'm not doing no works of art over here right now either, but I at least feel like I have like a better hang of it today than I had on Tuesday, where I'm doing at least a little better. And I shouldn't have used this sparkly acrylic either. I should have just used a normal white acrylic. But honestly, I used this glitter acrylic because I am sick of my nails that I do during class, like looking like shit. Like I have been using acrylic for like 2 years, and like coming into nail school, I definitely thought that I was good at acrylic. And holy crap, like nail school is not do what you're good at and make pretty nails. It is making us do all the things that we have never done before that we are not good at. And week after week, I'm like pulling out these atrocious looking nails. So when she said use white acrylic, I don't care which one you use, I definitely was like, oh, I'm going to use some glitter stuff so that my nails are actually going to look pretty when I'm done with them. And now, it's a lot easier right now that I'm using normal setting monomer. That odorless, I would still, if I was using that odorless monomer, we would still be right here trying to form the tip and stop the odorless monomer from like running everywhere. And I get it. Like, we have to use the odorless during the exam. So that is why they are making us practice with it so much. But I hate it. I hate it. And I've like been asking so many licensed people, have you ever used it ever again after taking your exam? And literally everybody in the world is like, no, I have never used it again. We took the exam, I threw it out, and I've never used it again. So like, what is the point of making us learn something that we will never, ever, ever, ever use again? Especially like my exam. So the state of Texas, you can absolutely take your practical exam virtually online. And that is what I am doing. So why the hell can I not just use whatever monomer I want? I could see maybe back 20 years ago for the exams, you know, they were all in person, and the monomers back then were not scented or low odor. So I could see like the people doing the exams not wanting to like breathe in that monomer all day. But man, it's not like that anymore. Watch, I've been saying all week, so how would they know if the exam is virtual? Why can't I just fill my favorite monomer up in here and use it for the exam? How would they even know? Because my teacher also has been telling us that these people that proctor the exams are not nail techs. They know nothing about nails. That it's just literally somebody from the state of Texas who's got like a clipboard just looking for you to be doing certain things on a list and checking stuff off a list. So how are they going to know? Like, I know a nail tech or someone that actually does nails. Yes, normal monomer is dark purple, where like the low odor and the odorless, they're pretty clear. So yeah, somebody that does nails probably could be like, oh yeah, look at the color of that monomer. She's not using odorless monomer right now. But like, I don't know. I don't see the point. All right, so let's take these forms off and see how I did. Now, these were all with that awful odorless monomer. So you can see the mess on the sides, because that odorless monomer just runs everywhere. I don't care how dry you work. It's awful. It makes a mess. It runs everywhere. It doesn't dry. My teacher definitely keeps saying, stop worrying about it. It's literally one nail on the practical exam, and that's it. But my worry definitely becomes, okay, so to pass the practical exam, I am going to have to attach one form to the hand and sculpt a nail, and then I'm only going to have to apply one nail tip and do one acrylic nail, and like that's it for the acrylic. But it's timed. They only give you 20 or 25 minutes to prep the nail, apply the nail form, sculpt the acrylic, and then file and shape it. But if it takes 30 minutes for that odorless to dry, like how am I even going to do it? That is why I keep like posting videos asking people about like, what brand of monomer did you use for your exam? Like, I'm so worried about it. Oh, these last couple of ones aren't that bad compared to this hand over here. All right, so this is the application only. I got to take a picture of that. Okay, all I have left is to file them. And I definitely have to practice my filing. Of course, the second I sit down to do this, my husband comes pulling in. She's cute with her little backpack on. Don't give her water now.
She is soaked like she was drinking water.
Yeah, she just had a ton of water. Oops.
Come on, babe, come up here.
I guess I gotta go up there. I literally just sat down. So I'm honestly not used to working with this big bit. I am used to working with the super tapered, like 5-in-1 tornado bits. Yes, I am experimenting to see if my e-file will take off that awful tacky layer. We'll see if I can actually get these halfway decent looking. It was my first time using forms though. Wow, this one's actually not too bad. You can tell by the color. Odorless monomer looks like yellower. I ran out of the odorless monomer and this one looks like purple almost. You can definitely see a difference in color where this was the only one I used regular monomer with. I'm going to have to hand file all of these. Wow, that one actually is not bad at all. Alright, I got a hand file. So we are just going to fix the shape. and the free edges. See, I'm struggling with this specific finger. It keeps coming out. Oh, I'm going to have to use the E-file to do that, to fix like the C curve. Oh my god, I cracked it. But you know what? Motherfucker. So I'm gonna try to top coat that back on. Alright. I forgot that I was struggling with the tip so much. Or actually, these were not tips. I'm thinking of the set we did on Tuesday. This was sculpting with the forms. Look at this one. Ugh. Alright, I need my 5-in-1 bit. Alright, so I need to fix these tips. They need to be credit cards in at the tips. Oh, not credit card then. Oh, and it keeps popping off the damn. Credit card then, come on. I don't want to touch this one. What we need to fix the thickness. Too thick. This one's just all the way fucked up. card then. Credit card then. Credit card then. Holy crap-a-roll. Look at that. Oh my god, and I only have 9 minutes left of storage space on this phone. I actually have 2 phones. This one that I'm recording with right now is my old phone. And I just got a brand new iPhone. And I stupidly started recording this service on this phone. And there's no storage space left. Alright, you know what? I gotta hand file these first. Oh, that's a little better. Oh, and there goes the fucking finger. Oh. I just gotta get out of my head of doing it the way I'm supposed to do it for school. I know how to do nails. I'm just getting caught up with filing the way that she showed us in class and doing things the way my teacher is doing them, when I need to just stop worrying about that shit and just do the nails. I know how to fix crooked sidewalls. I know how to freaking file. I just gotta start. I know how to fix a damn shape. I'm so worrying about doing it step by step using the correct motions that I'm seeing her do in the demonstrations. Just fix the shape, T. Want to see how they're gonna look all top coated. I'm too impatient to get to the top coat so I can see what they look like. Oh no, it's blinking and I'm out of space. I gotta somehow get enough space to link these videos all together into one to submit it to YouTube. Alright, we gotta fix the tips. I want to gloss them so bad just to see what they are looking like. But I can't do that until we fix how disgustingly thick these tips are. I hear ya, I'm coming. And this is why I never get nothing done. Dogs are definitely constantly making me stop and start. You would never believe that there are 6 other people in this house who could easily just let the dog in. Alright, I gotta let her in. But that looks a lot better, right? A little better. Not as thick. We still gotta fix it. I really hope there's a way on YouTube that I can just upload 20 different clips into one because I don't have the storage space on my phone to like load them all into an editing app and then spit out a 4-hour-long video, which is what I usually do. But my phone is literally flashing critical at me. Alright, so let's just buff these guys real fast and add some top coat. I'm gonna put it in reverse, that'll help. I always forget that when I do the tips, it's easier in reverse. Back into normal. Hit the speed up. Paper thin. Shit. It does not help. Credit card then. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay. Credit card then. That stupid Milady chapter. Now every time I'm filing my tips, all that runs through my head over and over is credit card then. It should be credit card then. Oh shit, that's not credit card then. That is not credit card then. Make some pieces of glitter. So, with regular monomer and nail tips, I'm pretty good with having my application be credit card thin at the tips so that I don't have to do all this crazy filing. But I guess for my first time using forms ever in my life, and then also having to use them with the odorless monomer, I guess it's fixable. Because as a nail tech, we should be able to grab a nail file, a hand file, and an e-file, and we should be able to fix any kind of funky application. No matter how bad the application is, we should be able to grab our e-file and our hand files and be able to fix it. Alright, a lot better. Let's see this guy. Oh, he is not credit card then. Oh, I must have already... Okay. Oh shit, we lost a finger. Alright, I literally have 1 minute of storage space left. So we're gonna have to puff them and gloss them in less than 2 minutes. I am so slow, there's no way that's happening. I'm gonna have to go delete old pictures and some apps off my phone to make some space. Credit card in. Alright. Alright, buff. Buff, 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 buff. Super fast buff. Nothing I do is super fast, so that's a joke. We gotta get out all those scratches from the e-file. Alright. I did what I could. I could have done more. If this was a customer, I would never let them walk out looking like this. But since this is my very, very, very first ever set using nail forms, I've never sculpted a day in my life, I will just take the funky shape. Alright. I literally says I have 2 minutes left. Right there. Alright, where's my little dust brush? Alright, and we're gonna gloss them. Alright, we're gonna pretend like these are good to go. I just want to see. I honestly don't have the storage space. So file these guys for another 45 minutes, which I probably should. Alright, 1 down the middle. 1 down each side. Cap. I just got 3 strokes. I've been trying to practice the 3 strokes, and I don't know. I'm hoping that is more of a lacquer thing versus a gel polish. 1, 2, 3, cap. Alright, we're going to cure these and come back to check them out. Alright, we are going to super fast gloss these because I have no storage space on my damn phone. So we are just doing super fast. 1, 2, 3, cap. So the reason I had to use this glittery acrylic was because on Tuesday we had our white acrylic that came in our school supply kit, and I was working on my French tips on Tuesday, and my dog's tail was wagging and knocked my white acrylic off of the table and spilled it all over on the floor. Oh, this one's atrocious. Absolutely horrible. That's alright. That's alright. That was my first time ever sculpting. And yes, this first hand right here that I'm glossing, you can tell it was my first ever time sculpting. That second hand that's in the lamp right now, I can already tell is a million times better than this first attempt over here. Alright, we are going to cure these and we'll see the finished product. Alright, we have our finished product. Oh, I would not let someone walk out looking like that. Alright, I gotta take my pictures and turn them in. Alright, here is my finished. This was my first hand sculpting using odorless monomer. We're going to pretend like we don't see the crack right there. Second hand, I got a little better at it. This was definitely the best nail that I did. I started getting the hang of it a little bit better. So here we go.